We are part of God. Superconscious, aka God, the Father. Physical body, Jesus. Then the spirit. Your spirit is in your body, and your spirit is connected to the emotional realm.
How did you program the subconscious to show up as this identity that you're now walking in here today? Uber successful guy, handsome man, Irish man. Do you tick all the boxes? But how has that became the case?
Best compliment I had in a while, but I'm like, bro, if you saw the cards I was dealt, you would take yours. I still somehow made something happen in my life. When I'm walking around Cork City with a backpack 2017 and people are like, ha ha ha, he still thinks he's a tech guy. So Bob Proctor, one of his first lessons is remove logic from your brain.
Yes.
Okay. If you think,
because you've got to believe in the mystical, regulating your nervous system.
Yeah.
People should be taught about this stuff.
How the hell are we not taught about that?
In fucking school. Man, you're going in guaranteeing a big transformation. Where's that conviction come from?
It's a trauma response, man. Just this morning, I sent a version 2 contract back to buy an AI sales software. That's why I read Outwitting the Devil. It was an attack. My faith is everything. Like, your soul is part of God, right? Like, your the Trinity is the physical body, the spirit, and the soul. So that's the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Like, and when you're reading the message of the Trinity that's being converted to the human experience in written format, you're then having familiarity with it. You're like, and there's $1 trillion of propaganda for you to not read it. Self-esteem, man.
Ooh.
That book gave me self-esteem.
How so? Okay.
So my self-esteem has been a battle for me for many years.
That's tough, yeah.
Yeah, good question, man. Silence for me.
Ooh.
Silence, yeah.
What does that bring up?
Only time I veer off the road is nervous system of the body is overstimulated, and then your decision faculty is dead because you're in survival there. Sometimes I'll wake up at like 5 a.m. and just look at the wall for like 2 hours, and my mind will just process. Breathwork is the #1 healing factor of life, man.
Everything begins and starts with the breath.
No, I paid Bob Proctor €150,000.
Biggest lesson you took away from the late and great Bob Proctor?
Bob Proctor says the more he learns about me, the more he understands you. I am.
That's so good, man.
When I know who I am, then I know who someone else is
and
too.
That's wisdom. That's wisdom. When you truly know who you are, you become wise. Now, before we jump into today's episode, this podcast is brought to you by the Bond Brothers. And the question I have for you is, wouldn't you want to be walking around feeling like the man? I feel like that's a complete no-brainer. There's a real psychology behind how we dress, and when we look sharp, we move differently. And that's where the Bond Brothers come in. Irish Groomswear Supplier of the Year with their premium store in Goatstown. They offer luxury wedding suits, tuxedos, and expert personal fittings to make sure that you show up like a man on a mission. Head over to the Bond Brothers Instagram and contact Brendan, and he will make sure that you walk away looking dapper. Bond Brothers, where confidence is tailored.
No rush, man. Yeah. We're here. We got the salt lamps plugged in.
Salt lamp, yeah, good energy in the room.
Yeah, man. I could feel it the second I walked in.
You're a very spiritual guy as well.
Yeah.
Deep faith.
So yeah.
Is that something you grew up with?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. It was kind of educated to me. Does that even make sense? I don't know.
Educated to you.
From my grandmother.
Okay.
So yeah, it's always been something I've leaned on over the years. I wouldn't even. This is I know we're getting deep into the deep end here. So we go, but I genuinely don't know if I would be here today if I didn't have that.
Wow.
Because I had such rough times in my life that I had nothing else to lean on except my faith.
Yeah.
And
they say man knows God in the depths of pain.
That's it. It's literally that. I genuinely don't think I don't know if I would be here today if that.
And has there been many moments in your life where that's occurred, where you've kind of leaned on God or leaned on your faith? Yeah.
Yeah, every day.
Really?
Every day. Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
And are you saying this in regards to like struggles and like really like dark places or like rock bottom situations, or just in general?
Bit of everything, man. Bit of everything over the years. Yeah, like definitely when I was like, say 16 to 20. That was dark for me, man. For me, like 16, 20 was dark. I was like not a good guy, you know. So for me to even like have like just have that in the back of my mind that I was always able to lean on, that's what kind of got me
you through it.
Yeah. That's what I always like. I never got so far down like the bad road of life. Yeah, because I always had that
savior.
Yeah. I really believe that. So like my faith is everything. Like I have it tattooed all down the side of my fucking body here. Like,
and
so
the necklace as well. Yeah.
The necklace. Yeah, it's tattooed everywhere. Yeah. So Yeah, sorry, it's on my necklace too. So yeah, it's been a massive thing for me. It's an anchor in my life for sure.
Love it, man.
Yeah.
I think we all need it as well. Like it's a spiritual presence and essence.
Yeah.
And like when you pray or when you read scriptures of the Bible, something inside your soul lights up.
Yeah, familiarity.
It's a familiarity, but it's like a remembrance.
Yeah, your soul knows that. Your soul knows that message is part of you. So your soul, it's all from your familiarity. So like your soul is part of God, right? Like the Trinity is the physical body, the spirit, and the soul. So that's the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Like, and when you're reading the message of the Trinity, that's being converted to the human experience in written format. You're then having familiarity with it. You're like, and there's $1 trillion of propaganda for you to not read it. So I'm just like, why don't you just try it? Anyone who says to me like, don't Adam, shut up with that, or the comments or whatever, I'm just like, just try, prove it otherwise.
Yeah.
And then just come back.
Why not just give it a shot?
Yeah.
And see what happens.
That's it. And I'm like, the logic behind it for me is like, okay, you either believe in that, in a faith that you're created somewhere, because again, my mentor, who's Bob Proctor, he explains like nothing is created or destroyed, right? So like something has to be created. So you have to come from something, right? So if you come from something, then you have to believe something created that thing.
Yeah.
The other side of that is like, okay, then I came from nothing. Do you know what science proves in every single step of the journey? Nothing can exist. Something has to be in a form of energy. No matter what vibrational frequency it's moving, something has to be moving.
Yeah.
So nothing can't exist. And you believe nothing? I'm like, that's silly to me. So like you have to just believe something. So that's just the thing I lean on in my life. And like it's like when I do like breath work and get centered and get present and be in my body, and I'm praying, I hear the voice of the Lord, man. I feel the Holy Spirit, man. Like I've dropped to my knees many times.
I can sense it off you, man.
Yeah,
you have a presence. I touch on it, like when someone is connected to God or with God, they have this divine presence.
Yeah.
And since we've met and you walked into the room, I can feel it off you. You know, and you can see when someone's in tune with God, and it's just so evidently clear that the presence of God is in their life, because they move, they act, they speak, they conduct themselves. And also human beings are very intuitive. Like we feel energy off other people, and obviously I can sense your energy and the other people in the room, and it's just like, yeah, this guy is just in tune with something. He must be in tune with God. Yeah,
that's it, man. And I study that. I study that shit. I try to learn that. I try to live as best by that. I feel guilty, shame, and all the negative sides of the emotion whenever I commit sin, and that's what keeps me in. It's just like this, it's like this like motorway of life, and when I go off the motorway, I hit the boundary and I come back on the motorway, and it just keeps me on some form of
straight and narrow. And when you deviate into off the motorway we're talking about here, take the side road, and maybe that's temptation. How do you veer the car back onto where it's meant to be going? Good question, man. Silence. For me, silence. Yeah.
What does that bring up? That silence just allows me to, because the only time I veer off the road is when the nervous system of the body is overstimulated, and then your decision faculty is dead because you're in survival. When you're in survival, you are not. You're only thinking short term.
Yeah.
If you're in survival mode, you're trying to get through the day.
Narrow focus.
Yeah. It's
a threat.
It's 2 p.m. now. I'm trying to live till midnight so I can sleep till we'll figure out tomorrow when tomorrow comes. That's why I have a lot of empathy for people that I see, because that's me. That's my old self. Yeah. My old self is 99% gone, but he comes and goes every now and then. I try to kill him, but the motherfucker never fucking fully goes away.
He's resilient.
He's resilient.
Like you maybe as well.
He's stubborn as well. Yeah. So I see people have a lot of empathy. So when I do it, it's my nervous system is overstimulated, and I just need to just detox. I need to just sit there alone for a few days. Sometimes I sit there. Sometimes I'll wake up at like 5 a.m. I was a 5 a.m. guy for a while. I'm not anymore. Yeah. But sometimes I will specifically wake up at 5 a.m. and just look at the wall for like 2 hours. And my mind will just process for 2 hours will fly by like that. Because I have a breathwork coach as well. He helps me with a lot of things.
Interesting.
Yeah. Breathwork is the number one healing factor of life, man. It's just the most.
Everything begins and starts with the breath. And
Yeah.
I think if you can have more conscious control, you can, like you said, regulate your nervous system. But there's this internal peace that comes with it.
Yeah.
And you talked about stillness there, and scripture the Bible I read recently, it's Psalms something, but it says, "Be still and know that I am God."
Yeah.
For us to become still in our bodies and minds, and then, you know, when you're doing breath work, because I love meditation. Meditation's my big thing as well. And just like what it does for me, it does everything for me. And self-awareness part of it as well is fascinating. But it brings this internal peace and calm and serenity into your life.
Yeah.
So then you can get in tune with God much better. And I think the great thing you touched on there, Adam, is like regulating your nervous system.
Yeah.
People should be taught about this stuff.
How the hell are we not
in
taught about
fucking
that?
school, man? All we are, when you break it down, you look at it, man, is we're just this big fucking nervous system with a brain, and then we've got skin and bones. But like, you know, being able to regulate it, understanding emotions, and understanding how it works, and how to ground yourself, and how to be at peace and calm, and everything else that goes with it. This conversation already, so many rabbit holes. Bob Proctor, the greatest man possibly of all time.
Yeah.
I hope I'm right in saying this, and I'm pretty sure I did hear you say this, but you were inside a room with him, and I don't know if the figure is exact, but maybe you had to pay 150,000 to be in the room with him. Is that correct?
No, I paid Bob Proctor 150,000 euro
directly
over my
okay.
over 7 year now soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. And what would have been, let's say, there's probably many big lessons, but what was the biggest lesson you took away from the late and great Bob Proctor?
Well, Bob Proctor says the more he learns about me, the more he understands you. The more I learn about me, the more I understand you. We're all the same.
Yeah,
so I just know who I am, man. I know who I am. That's it. And when I know who I am,
That's so good, man.
when I know who I am, then I know who someone else is
And
too.
that's wisdom. That's
Yeah,
wisdom. When
Yeah,
you
yeah,
truly know who you are, you become
Yeah.
wise. There's a great things from the Stoics, I think it is. But they say the seed of all wisdom is to know thyself. And how many people drifting through life, and never truly get the chance to know who they are. And I think the greatest relationship we can have in life, man, is the one we have with ourselves. I truly believe, because everything emanates from there. You know, the relationship you have with your partner, with your family, with your friends, with everyone you meet in life, it all comes from how you feel about yourself and the relationship you have with you, and that internal narrative. But
the question is, who is you, right? If you say to someone, who are you? They're like, oh, my name is Adam. It's like Bob Proctor says, like, Adam is literally a verbal dump to catch your attention. Like,
and
it's just like, Adam is like a verbal sound that catches your, it's like, it's nothing. It means nothing. It's nothing to do with anything. Then it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm a body. It's like, no, you have a body. You live in a body. So like, what? Okay, so what the fuck is this? What is this?
Yeah.
And then it's like going deeper, and then it's like your conscious, subconscious. You live in this. You are a super conscious soul, which lives inside the conscious and subconscious area
of your brain.
The brain. And it's like you live in your body, and your body is not forever.
No.
And it can be destroyed, but your spirit can't.
It's eternal.
The only way your spirit can, we're getting deep here. The only way your spirit can be destroyed is by turning your back on God, because that's the only person capable of casting out your spirit.
Do you see this played out in life? Obviously you do, because you're very aware of this stuff, which is brilliant, man. Do you see, you touch on propaganda of, you know, I think you mentioned 3 trillion or 3 million of people that are trying to deface God or turn people away from God. How do you see this played out in real life and just in society as a whole?
Try not to get cancelled here.
So James at the shaman, you can say what you want.
I just think it's so far. It's just so far away. Like it's so far away. Like it's not in schools, and it's like it a lot of problems go away. So like, again, I can't remember who said this, but it's like, if every man sweeps his own driveway, the world is a clean place. So it's like the 10 Commandments of the Bible is like, if all problems go away, by the way, if they're followed, there's 0 wars, there's 0 discrimination, there's 0 greed. Everyone is safe, healthy, happy, loving with the 10 Commandments, by the way. And we see that when there's been 30, 40 years of peace in a society like the US, which post World War II or pre World War II, there's like, that society has boomed in that level. So I think that when you take that away from society, it's just lesser of a possibility to be the best it possibly can. So I just think that that's such an educational thing that people should you have to do your own self-education, because it's not there. When I go to religion in school, we used to watch movies, you know, which like it's not even a religious movie. So, and I understand you don't want to like it. I understand if I say to someone younger than me, go to church, man. Like, oh, Adam, you have to go Sunday morning, man. I want to, and like I get that, but like, you know, go there with an open mind and an understanding, then you learn something. You know?
And is your faith to religion now, or is it just to?
My faith is to Jesus, man.
Yeah.
My faith is just a follower of Jesus.
I love that.
You know, that's it. That's for me, and that's who it is for me. That's just how I navigate day-to-day life.
Beautiful, man. I love that. We'll revert back to Bob Proctor. So the greatest lesson from him was that we are essentially an awareness, and I think that's one thing that meditation's taught me. When you're deep in meditation, and everything is still, the body is still, the mind is still, there's no more thoughts, there's no more insights. You're like, fuck, I'm really just this black void. and it's quite interesting, because I believe this is just a belief, it's just a theory more than anything else, but like when we pass on to the next life or whatever that may be, I just think, like you said, that spirit or that awareness casts away somewhere else. What do you believe the afterlife could potentially be?
Well, so I recently looked at a study of like 5,000 people who had near-death experiences. And I think like 12% of those 5,000 people saw word for word the exact same thing. So they all encountered something with Jesus, right? And then there's also another percentage of that where people have came into this terrorizing state when they had near-death experiences, or people die for 2, 3, even 20 minutes. So I believe that you're after here, we transition into another dimension, is a deep word, but like another place that our spirit lives on.
Okay.
You know?
And what would, a big question there, but what do you think that could potentially look like?
I mean, it's described in the Bible using different descriptions, but that place is the kingdom of heaven, right? The place is the kingdom of heaven, and that place in the kingdom of heaven is where you go, where there is no sin and there is no hate, and it's pure love, and it's, the Bible says there's colors that the human eye has never seen. There's nature and plants that the human eye has never seen, and it's not a human eye; it's a spiritual
eye.
Yeah. So listen, none of us like have an exact answer, and that's where faith comes. Our job is to believe, right? Our job is to believe. And if someone's listening to this right now and like, I'm not believing in that, it's because like, why? It's like, why? It's like, you're not believing in that because you think that there's something telling you, there's a propaganda. Like literally there's a lot of effort to make you not believe in that.
Yeah. And to like put other idols in your life, whether it's money or women or porn or whatever it might be. It's you're idolizing something else if you're not idolizing God.
Yeah.
And you want to keep him front and center at all times.
Yeah.
And it's great because the more conversations I have with people like this, like, you know, their life has got 10x better when God's been present in their life. And, you know, it is absolutely incredible. I just want to touch on Bob Proctor because he's had a big impact on my life.
Yeah.
You were Born Rich? Is that his
book is You Were Born Rich?
Yeah, You Were Born Rich. Great book.
Yeah.
I listen more to the audiobook than the physical book. But after you had dived into his work a few times, Adam, what was one thing that really kind of shifted your mentality? Because you're definitely renowned and regarded for someone that has a great mindset and developed. This is something you've obviously programmed yourself to do over many years. But what was there anything else in particular that you took away from the work of Bob Proctor and applied to your own life and almost seen kind of immediate impact or immediate change in your circumstances? Yeah,
a belief that I got from Bob Proctor is that the people who you see that are doing something, like we have this natural, like a lower vibration is like, oh, it must be nice for him, or it's nice for that person. Like Bob Proctor teaches that like these people are literally the exact same as you. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, there's context and circumstances and events and people in your life that can change whatever, but there is a place of life where like listen, when I was in school, right, the Leaving Cert, I got 45 points. Like that's it's harder to like that's you get that for writing your name, right? Like so, out of all of the grades in like let's say that 6th year of like 2014 or 15, I was literally the bottom, right?
You were destined to be a pizza boy.
Pizza boy, And like, which was my nickname in school, was Pizza Boy. So,
oh, you actually working as a pizza boy back then?
Yeah.
Okay,
I was, yeah. So when I was 16, 17,
Probably
I think.
eating too many pizzas as well.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. We were just speaking about that before. But then like the Bob Proctor taught me, whereas like, wait a second, that's not my destination. Like that's not my thing. So he installed that thing, and then when you go deeper, he actually shows you. First of all, there's a thing here that people who you see that are doing something that you admire or like or whatever, they're doing something well, and here's what it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's that drop from the conscious to the subconscious mind where it starts to clothe itself into reality. When you drop it in emotionally into your being, you can install the identity that you want to become, and you put an operating system in your mind to manifest something outside for that you want to have.
I love a quote that he says. He often says this over and over and over again, but he says if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands.
Yeah.
And it's such a beautiful thing. We're going back to the identity thing and the subconscious part of our brain. How did you program the subconscious to show up as this identity that you're now walking in here today?
Yeah.
Because you're obviously uber successful guy, handsome man, Irish man. You tick all the boxes. But how has that became the case? Like what was it? Was there any sort of mechanisms or like strategies in it, or was it something you do every day and it's on repeat?
But thank you, by the way. That was very nice.
No problem.
Best compliment I had in a while, by the way. But listen, like what I'm saying to you is like the thing for me is like I was the opposite before. Like I mean, I'm like, I don't mean to. I'm not trying to be the victim mentality of me or whatever.
Yeah, you're being honest.
But I mean, like that's what I'm saying. Like when I speak to people, it's like someone's like, I can't do it, man, because you know, I got put off the road, or I got failed school, or I got fired from this job, or my parents won. I'm like, bro, if you saw the cards I was dealt, you would take yours, okay? You would take yours, and I still somehow made something happen in my life, okay?
Yeah.
And it was 10 times harder for me. When I'm walking around Cork City with a backpack in 2017, when I'm 20 years old, and people are like, he still thinks he's a tech guy, or like, an online, for those listening, I have an agency for 9 years. Like, that didn't exist back then. So like, to go back to your question is like, I was the opposite before.
Yeah.
And I just want people to know that it's like, I was literally the opposite of what I am. I was just
today.
I was just like, just so opposite, you know. And I want to that's my message. It's like,
you can change.
You can change, man. You can change your identity. So how did I do that? Number one, I read Think and Grow Rich, and I read it cover to cover like 2 or 3 times, and I haven't, the first time and the second time until today, I haven't a clue what's 99% of the message. I study it, and I don't, every time I think I know, I'm like, oh, now there's another big spider web of infinite awareness, right? So I read that book. I didn't know what the book was telling me to do, but I just did it. So Bob Proctor, one of his first lessons is remove logic from your brain.
Yes.
Okay. If you think,
because you've got to believe in the mystical.
Yeah, exactly. Remove logic. Your logic comes from your paradigm, which either comes from your parents, hereditary, or your environment. You literally have a logic program in your mind. And you said to me when I'm, let's say, 18, 19 years old, Adam, visualize you having a 10K per month business. I would have been like, I was the guy in school who used to snatch books out of people's hands because I thought they were stupid reading.
No way, yeah.
And like, so like, I was like, that's so, but when you get the logic out of your mind, Bob Proctor says like, if I tell you stand on the side of the road and do jumping jacks for 45 minutes every morning, just do it without question. And I got to that place of like, whatever these people tell me to do, I will do. And whenever I try to lean on my own understanding, which is a sin, by the way, it never works. It never works. So Bob Proctor had me every morning writing on the page, okay, feeling it. Let it emotionally feel it. Let it drop into your thought patterns in your conscious mind into your being. And when it's in your being, you don't do any work. The storehouse of the universe gives you a hunch. You action the hunch. It starts to move into reality.
Yeah.
And I just done that every day, man. I mean, every day. I mean, non-stop. Every day. My dad was coming down for work every morning. He's like, "What are you doing, man?" But there was once my parents were going to my father was going to like get me checked out at one stage. Like,
really, you're just doing it religiously, like, yeah.
I was unemployed for so many years.
Yeah.
And I'd get a job, get fired 6 weeks later. I'm the most unemployable Irish man on the planet, right? So I would like my dad would go to work at 6, 7 a.m.
Yeah.
He'd see me pressing buttons on the laptop, like reading something or whatever. Then he'd come home at 5 o'clock and he was like, what are you doing here? Like, so it's just such a illogical thing for me to do.
Yeah.
So I just done so much work of programming myself to the visualization steps, listening to the affirmations. When I would just go to the gym, I'd listen to something. When I'm going for a walk, listen to something. And I just had like a 6 to 12 month period that I just did nothing else really.
Program your mind.
Completely program my mind. I look different, I walk different, I talk different, I dress different in space of 1 year. And I was like, not a good guy here. And now I'm like, oh fuck, I'm starting to turn this around, man.
Incredible.
I'm starting to see the world differently now. Like, I literally changed my paradigm, as Bob Proctor says. And then when you change within, so without, and I saw the world so differently.
And was there any beliefs around money you had to crack as well? Because that's normally a big one with people.
Do you know what? Like, so my story was like, I got fired. I had 4 years of employed for 1 month, unemployed for the other month. Right. So I was like, I was watching Jerry Springer, man, with my grandmother all day long, Tuesday morning, getting out of bed. Jeremy Kyle, Deal or No Deal, man, all these great shows, man. Because I never went to school.
Jerry Springer's pretty funny, to be fair, but like,
oh man,
not good to be trying to level up.
No. So me and my grandmother, man, we would just hang out. Like, honestly, wake up. She'd wake me up at 11 o'clock on a Wednesday morning with a fry or something. Full Irish, man.
Man.
Come downstairs, cup of tea, slippers on, watch Jeremy Kyle or Jerry Springer for 4 hours on a Wednesday morning. Like, just wasting life, man.
Yeah. That's comical, man.
Yeah. So the thought of me, I used to go down to the local shopping centre and collect €105 every week from like social welfare. Like,
did that ever make you feel just like worthless though? Just
man, like my last year, my uncle passed away suddenly when they were on holidays in Malaga, and I live in Marbella, so I had to go down and like take care of my aunt for the full day, and we were speaking for ages. Obviously, she was in like the most distraught stage ever, right? She just lost her husband, right?
Yeah.
We were speaking for ages, and we were just talking about the past and whatever. I was just trying to keep the conversation going to like help her for the day. And she was like, Adam, you'd no life in you before. When we look at old photos, there's no life in my body.
That isn't incredible when you look at photos.
Man, there was no life. There was no like life in me.
Yeah.
And my aunt was saying that. So it was just, man, it was just like bad, like really bad, like, And it's sad because like all my old friends are now, they're all in jail, man.
Yeah.
Many have died from drug overdoses or whatever. Like, just really sad.
That could have been your path.
Man, I'm telling you, you know when they say the skin of your teeth?
Yeah.
Like, the skin of my teeth, man. I'm not joking, man. Skin of my, that's why I know I'm guided. I know I'm guided, because all my friends, like, they were all in and out of rehab. And like, it's just bad, man. It's really bad. And I was just like, I was like, I'm 1 degree away from just falling into that and never being able to get back.
So was a faith definitely would have saved you, but how did you come across the Bob Proctor work?
Yeah, so basically I got fired one more time.
Yeah.
Okay, on Christmas, like 2 days before Christmas Eve. Just got brought into the back. I got fired for fucking entertaining. I was too much entertainment I was in a medical device factory on like this 6 month thing, and I was making everyone laugh. I'm a messer sometimes, right? So I was making everyone laugh, brought into the back, this termination of employment. I was like, what? I was like, again, I thought I was doing good here. Anyway, brought home, and I wrote into YouTube, I'm stupid, how do I get a job? What job can a stupid person keep? And I'm 20 years old at this stage. I'm like, I can't get it. I kept writing in these things in YouTube. And I actually firstly came across Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
It was just like, I was like, who the hell is, I think I saw him on Facebook a couple of times. I was like, this Red Room podcast guy. I was like, who's he?
Yeah.
So anyway, I watched him, and then my YouTube algorithm started to
change
a little bit then. And then I was like drinking. We would just drink like all the time, me and my old friends, right? So one time I was drinking, I got in a physical fight, and I broke my 3 fingers. So I was just like, I'm not drinking anymore. Okay, I was in like a sling like this, just shame and embarrassment, man, just with that. So I was just like, I'm not drinking anymore. And then when I stopped drinking, I started listening to podcasts, and I started listening. I discovered like Matthew McConaughey, who's a huge inspiration for me, Joe Rogan, and then I just became from searching that, my algorithm started to serve me different things on YouTube. So instead of like watching Jeremy fucking Springer all day, Jeremy Springer all day,
Deal or No Deal as well.
Deal or No Deal, what a show! I started watching this, and I came across Ty Lopez. And Ty Lopez really done a lot for me.
Yeah,
he's not a scam, by the way. He's the fucking man, by the way, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then
he introduced you to the whole agency gig and how that worked.
He gave me the vehicle. That's what I was praying for.
How did you come across that? Was that off the back of a YouTube video?
Yeah. So when I was writing in, I'm stupid, I can't get a job. Ty Lopez came up, and I was like, oh, another guy. And I was like, wait a second, he's actually that. I get what he means there.
Yeah. And he's got a Lamborghini.
And I was like, then he said, these books got me the Lamborghini. And I'm like,
he is
what?
an avid reader. That's one thing I'm very impressed by him. He just non-stop reading.
And I was like, what is he talking about? Reading a book? I thought reading a book, man, was so foreign to me.
Yeah.
That's like speaking Chinese, man. And I remember the first time I ordered these 3 books, Think and Grow Rich, The One Thing by Gary Keller, and The Secret. Ordered 3 books, and like I ordered them to my mother's house, and I knew the postman was coming that day. I ran out, grabbed the books, put them on. Like I was like, don't let any. If like the thought of Adam and a book did not go together. Like,
no way.
That was never going to happen. And then I just started reading, man. Started reading books. Then I just discovered Bob Proctor, because he's in The Secret.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's in The Secret. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, like a story about him is in The Secret.
No, he's one of the guest speakers in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he gives us 2 cents. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Touching on mentors there. We'll definitely circle around to Bob Proctor. Give him a bit of praise later on. But mentors, how big has mentorship played into your own life? You touched on obviously Ty Lopez, and was it a course you bought from him or what?
Yeah, bought Ty Lopez course. Yeah.
Did he mentor you through the course?
Not personally, but kind of like
he built a course. Obviously.
Yeah, he built like a 4-month course, and then you get a Facebook group as well. In the Facebook group, there's like these coaches and other people help each other.
Okay.
Good community. Yeah.
And was that your launch pad into the success that you have now in your own life, building an agency?
Yeah. 90% of everything I've done over the past 6 years.
And how was it? I know you've told the story before, but just even for the listeners again, how did you actually go on and scale that up? Because it is an interesting.
Yeah.
I remember you touched on before. There's like 9 months of despair and not knowing if it would work, and then you got it going, and then you get your first client, then the retainer, and then the next client, and it kind of just escalated from there.
So again, a cringy fucking saying. I'm sure I'll have a couple of them. But burn the boats is a big thing, right? Like that's in Think and Grow Rich. Like
plan B.
The burning desire. Yeah. So there was no plan B. Like I just got rejected for college, so I literally had nothing else. I have to make this work.
Yeah.
And for me, this was like this was a fork in the road period. Whereas like at 20 years old, I can have the greatest, most impactful, beautiful existence I can ever imagine, or I can have the most direct opposite. So I literally had a fork in the road. If I can make this work, I will have a blissful existence that I will never be able to even comprehend, which I have today. I just said it a minute ago, when I wake up in the morning, I'm like pinching myself, like, what's happening here?
It's like a movie.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for that. So I just had this fork in the road, and I just knew, I could just see it in my mind, man. I just believed it so much, because when the teachers were like, pizza boy, I used to always say, no, something's going to come.
You would say that?
That was my backlash to people in school.
And would that have been like just an unconscious thing you said, or were you like conscious, like, I'm going to prove these wrong?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But I just knew, I was like, I'm smarter than you. I just don't do it. I just don't want to do it. I'm like, I'm more intelligent than you.
I think that could be inbuilt to people, you know that?
Yeah,
I think people have this, that they know it's you're destined for something in life.
Yeah.
And whether you're conscious or unconscious about it, you're just like, fuck, I'm going to make this shit happen at some stage.
Man, that's it. And you just know in the back of your mind, you don't know what it is, but like, just something has to happen where you're just like, yeah, this something's going to come. I didn't know what it was. And
And did your success come very fast then with the agency, or how did that play out?
No, man, no. Like, I only, for the first like 9 months, it was just, I'd done the 4-month program twice in 4 months. So I was just all day long every day. And I didn't understand anything.
And what was it you learned from it then?
I learned fundamentals of business. Okay. I learned the online world, how to create traffic and funnels and scale and tracking and ads on Facebook, ads on Google, everything. And then I learned how to get clients, client acquisition systems, how to build a business, etc. So like that was like reading Chinese, man. I just didn't know. I had like, again, the thought of me and business, man, is just so far away. That's why I really want to get people aware. Like, I know there's someone going to be listening. They're going to be, I can't start a business. That's not for me. If you knew me before, man, it was so far away from me in the past, right? But again, then like I just had to just
make it work.
Just tug it out, man. I was just making it work, like, and I was just obsessed, man. I was just obsessed. Like, I would just like, I couldn't even hold a conversation for anything that wasn't got to do with that. This is not an agency for me. This is the make or break of my life. This is where I live. This is how I spend my days. Because like when I was going to work previously, there was a very rock bottom moment. Me and Rob Lipsett made a video about it last week. And I was telling Rob about like the rock bottom of my life, where I was brushing my teeth one morning and I got like this. I was an apprentice electrician for like 6-7 months, €6 an hour commute, an hour back. I had to get the lunch for people. Like literally, I just paid my car, bought my lunch, and I had nothing else, right? So one Monday morning, after being out drinking all weekend and partying with a bunch of fucking idiots, right? I was brushing my teeth in the morning and I saw a teardrop came out of my eye and hit my working boot. And it hit my boot and I looked and I was like, I'm physically crying for another day in my life. This can't be it, man. This can't be me. It just can't be me. I just know it because I'm like, I just knew. I was like, this is not me. So then I was like, I got to figure something out here. And when I was figuring that out, then I was just like, this agency thing, it's not an agency. This is life or death for me, man. This is literally life or death for me. Because like, again, at the time, right, where my mother lives in Cork was like the suicide capital of the world for like 3 or 4 years in a row. Wow. So suicide for me was like not that normal. It was kind of like a little bit normal. This is dark, right?
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
So I'll be honest, that was on my mind, man. That really was, that thought was trickling in there every now and then, because at the same time, my grandmother was like my best friend. She got cancer, died 7 months later. And that was like my fucking heavy, best friend. Yeah. Broke up with my girlfriend. Now she's with one of my great friends like 2 days later. Like really bad, dark times happening then. I just realized I had bad friends, I had bad this. It was just really dark. And then I was like, this is literally make or break for me. I hear people talking about like, oh yeah, I hope I can make this work. I'm like, bro, it's not that. This has to happen. There's this is happened. It's already happened. Time has just got to catch up, and we got to do something today to make this a reality in 6 months' time. And my vision was so clear. Like because I'd done the visualization every morning, I could see this. I could see a client being like, yeah, Adam, let's give it a try, man. Let me give you a check. I could see all of that happening so much. I used to do this hypnotization thing every night when I was going to bed on how it feels like signing a client. Nice. And then I used to stop people on the street, man. Where do you work? Adam, I'm a barber. Who's your boss? This person. When you go into your boss tomorrow, tell her I have a thing on my laptop that brings customers into her shop. I'll come down and put it in. Just tell her that tomorrow. If she pays, I'll give you all the money. And he was like, okay. I sent that to everybody. Where's
that confidence come from?
Life or death, man.
Life or death.
I was all in. There is no other option. This has to happen. I'm making €105 a week, man. €105 a week off social welfare. Like, I used to work in a bar 2 nights of the week or whatever. I was like, this has to happen. There's no other option. No. This has to happen. And people are like, oh, you have an agency, bro, relax. It's not that. The agency for me is not, that agency has changed the trajectory of my bloodline's life. That's a deep thing to say. It allowed me to...
You may or may not be here because of it.
it allowed me to, my aunt, she's my godmother as well. That agency brought life into, remember she said I was lifeless before. That expression brought spirit into my body. Just
the spirit of hope? Or
no, spirit of existence.
Existence, okay.
Because the spirit was suppressed before. My like the actual spirit of who I am was suppressed for so many years because I couldn't put into anything, and I was just so lost and shit. So when that opportunity came, I was like, this isn't. It's not me building an agency or a business. This is literally life or death for me. I have to make this happen.
And you did make it happen. And then when it began, or how long did it take to really take off and get to where it was becoming a success for you?
Yeah, so there was 9 months of like zero. And then one of the people who I stopped on the street and said that to, he was like, okay, he ran me like a few days, or I think he actually sent me a Snapchat.
You're professional.
Yeah. And he was like, okay, Adam, I said to my boss, she said, come down. I had all this this stuff printed off from the library, and I showed her, I said, we can do this, then we do this, then we do this. And I didn't even, I told her I had a professional camera. I didn't even have one. I was using the money that she was going to pay to buy a camera to come down. So I came down then, and she was like, how much? And I was like, the first thing came out of my mouth, man, was I was scared to say 100 euros a week. So I said 90 euros a week, 360 a month. Cool, let's do it. And I was just like, oh my God. She's like, I'll wire the cash later. Is that okay? And I was, man, that was the most euphoric moment. That was the most euphoric moment of my life, man. Like, that was ecstasy in my life. I was like, because I knew, again, Bob Proctor, he'll be mentioned probably, but like, I knew if I got one yes, I could get 10 yeses. And if I get 10 yeses, I can get 100. And if I can get a 10 to 100 yeses, my whole life is transformed the way I need it to be. So when she said yes, man, it was like ecstasy. I'm talking like ecstasy for about probably 36 hours of ecstasy. I couldn't even talk, man. I know if you're listening to this, you're like, bro, relax, man. You just got an agent. Like, it's not that big of a deal. For me, it is.
Of course. It's a subjective thing. You know,
it's a subjective
only you can feel it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like the confirmation that
that's huge.
Something's happening. And then probably 30, 40 days later, another bar restaurant got in touch, and I was like, okay, 700 a month. And then my dad had a life insurance guy come to the house in a Mercedes Rolex suit. I was like, what does this guy do? First time ever seen, like, even feeling that, because he was quite wealthy.
Wealth, yeah, opulence.
And then when he left, my dad rang him again. He's like, his name's Kieran. He's like, Kieran, Adam is asking for you here, man. He's reading the books. He's doing. He has something going. Kieran was like, tell him to come to my office tomorrow. Come to the office, suited and booted, man, ready to. And I just walked in. We just spoke for like 2 hours, and he was like, I'd always wanted a little kid like you to come in here, man, that I could help. And that's like Alex for me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's special.
Yeah. So and then he basically he just gave me a book of people, and he was like, then one recruitment company, they were like, yeah, come down, came down, and he was like, these guys need they recruit for Eli Lilly and Pfizer. So like a customer to them is worth like up to 60k.
Wow.
They recruit like all the way up to directors for big pharmaceutical business, like 500k salaries or whatever. So they came aboard, and I went 300, 700, I just went 1200, and they're like, cool, we'll wire the money tonight. And I was just like, now my salary was replaced. That was my life goal. My whole entire life goal was to make my salary, where I kept getting fired from, which was anywhere from 300 to 500 euros a week. If I can make that, where I don't cry in the morning going to front of daylight, that was my life goal. And that happened when I had 700, 300, 400, and then 1200. My salary was replaced, and that was like a deeper layer of ecstasy then. And I was like, my salary is replaced from my fucking laptop. And that was like 11 months, maybe 12 months. From like 12 months of hell. So
and then from there it just kept growing.
Then
growing
from there
and
I just kept bumping up the price 30%. And I got bigger and better clients, and then like came into the e-commerce world, where we worked with like massive businesses. Like Kevin Hart was a client of ours, like household names, to businesses that do like 20, 30, 50 million dollars a year in turnover. So they can pay 10k a month to us. Me and we have a team, me and my team, and that just kept like, that was my was how my business came together, really.
And what was your strategy around working? Because I've heard of you mentioned this before, this 7 to 10 principle of work in the morning and then 7 to 10 at night, all self-education. During that period, was that your practice, and how has it changed from maybe the early days to what it is now? Maybe you just go back to where it was before.
Yeah.
Or even to explain what that principle is.
Yeah. So my principle is 7 to 10 is kind of like an analogy of like eat the frog. But people say eat the frog, but then you'd be like, I'll eat the frog later.
Doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. You have to eat the frog 7 to 10. So I'm like, yeah, listen, we're going to eat the frog. So I'm like, it's like, I think it's like a survival mechanism for me where I just like to think and journal. So I'm like, when I journal for so long, I'm like, okay, all I need to do is get more clients here. If I just keep getting more clients, then like it just like makes sense, right? Yeah. So then I'm like, okay, what's the only way for me as a service-based business? If I sell a T-shirt, I don't need to have a sales call or a meeting, right? I sell a service. I sell partnerships, right? So I'm like, what's the only way for me to sell and acquire a new client? I have to speak to them, right? I have to have a meeting with them. So I'm like, okay, get more meetings. And it just all makes sense. So I'm like, okay, why don't I spend 7 to 10, 3 hours every day booking meetings or having meetings or doing something so important to drive the business forward. And then I spend the second 7 to 10 in the nighttime getting better at what I'm doing in regards to the meetings that I'm booking. And I just had that flywheel approach and just came habitual of like the 7 to 10 in the morning, grow. Do what you need to do, push something forward, fix a problem, get ahead. In the evening time, study, get bigger and better. And I think when people do those things, the middle of the day all comes together then nicely. Take a couple of meetings, do a couple of tasks, but like I'm like, now I can go to the gym at 2 o'clock in the day and I can be more present in the moment and be more relaxed if I have the 7 to 10 done. And it's like if I don't have the 7 to 10 done, I literally go insane. So that's my thing. And I just say to people like, you know, people DM me on Instagram all the day, like, oh fuck, Adam, like, how do you do this? And I'm like, what's your 7 to 10? What are you doing? And they're like, oh, I'm not doing it. I'm like, you have to do it. And then you have to get better at what you're doing. Bob Proctor says you're paid in proportionality about how good you are at doing something, really. You could be how easily you're replacing the demand for what you do, but the main key point is how good you are at what you do. So if you keep getting better at what you're doing, it will keep coming, right?
Yeah,
so
guaranteed.
And I think that's a big key.
Big key for life. And then that 7 to 10 in the morning, would you just get up and start working straight away, or would you do anything in between? Maybe like what was there?
Yeah.
What time would you rise and what time? Obviously, start working at 7. But what would you do before? Or would you do anything before?
The 7 to 10, it was 7 to 10 for so many years. Now it's just a block. It's like a block. That block could start at 8. It could be 8 to 10:45. It could be 8 to 11. It could be anything. If I'm in right now, I have 2 homes. I have a home in London and a home in Marbella. If I'm in London, I like to get up a little earlier because it's just super motivating. I love that being up. In Marbella, life is later in Marbella. Dinner time in Marbella is like 10 p.m, right? So it's different. So if I'm in London, my alarm goes off at 6:40. And when I wake up, I shower, I do my getting ready bits, and then I'll sit down and I just let my thoughts linger for a while. And I'll pray. I have like a Jesus Calling book that summarizes 3 verses every day. I read that. I look at my goals and vision. It's all like on my laptop.
Brilliant.
So I have an iPad here, and then I have an office in the spare room. Nice. So I do iPad in the morning for like 20, 30, 40 minutes, and then I go into the office and I just do one big task. And
everything's so calculated, so organized.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
that's the biggest part of becoming successful is just being so organized and focus as well. So focus is a modern day superpower nowadays because everyone's so distracted, but like everything is set up for success. Yeah, and that's the way you have a structure, which is brilliant.
Yeah, I try. And listen, that took years, and it's a mile away, 10 miles away from perfect. Like there's many days where I'm like, no, I can't physically commit to that. I just got to get through the day. There's many days where I'm like, no, I just got to get through today. We're not taking over the world today. We're just taking it chill today. We're going to do this at 4 o'clock, and that's no pressure. I don't want to overload myself either, which I have done in the past as well, by the way.
Yeah. And tell me,
do you mind if I run to the toilet?
Yes, go for it, man. Go for it.
It's just over here.
Work away. There's no rush.
Oh, I was trying to hold it in there.
No, go for it. Work away. Feeling good? Yeah.
I needed that, yeah. I was holding that in.
It's a good one. Wait, you get it out. Tell me. We were touching on your work routine. There was a question I had in my mind there. Maybe it'll come back around to me in a second. Education. Yeah. What do you do nowadays to educate yourself even more so? Because obviously you're well educated at this stage, and what is it that your mind seeks or goes after in regards to education?
So I only read 5 books.
Only 5 books?
I read 5 books. I read 5 books, and I have the exact same 5 books on my Audible account.
Nice. What are they?
Just read 5 books. Number 1, The Game of Life and How to Play It.
Oh, I actually only read that. I'll bring in a few notes and say that's a fucking great book, man. That's a very short book as well. Man, 150 pages or something.
That book is just
outstanding.
I just can't even. That impact that has had on my life is phenomenal.
Did someone recommend it to you, or how did you come across it?
I came across it on a YouTube video.
Yeah.
I was doing like this. There's a YouTube channel called You Are Creators. I'm big into like, I know the word manifestation is thrown around a lot these days, but I am into that.
Well, I mean, if you believe in Rob Proctor, you're going to believe in it as well.
I believe in the law of vibration. Really, when you're vibrating in a certain way,
you attract it in.
People, events, circumstances attract the same thing, right? So I believe actually, I don't believe that. I know that for sure.
Love that.
So that book comes from that YouTube channel that I used to follow called You Are Creators. They built their YouTube channel off that book as well, and they've I think they have 6 million subscribers now. And that it's a family. Those guys' story is great. So I read that book all the time. Number 2 is Think and Grow Rich. Don't understand the book. It's so hard to understand. I could read like 2 pages for like an hour, and like what I don't get it, right? I'm trying my best to internalize it. Then I read Psycho-Cybernetics. Maxwell Maltz, yeah. One of the most important. That book's phenomenal. It's an experience. It's actually an experience. You're supposed to live and do that book, not read that book. Then I read Outwitting the Devil.
And Napoleon Hill as well.
Yeah, Outwitting the Devil.
That's a great book as well. Of course it is.
Yeah,
he wrote it. He obviously wrote Think and Grow Rich as well. But
yeah. That's it.
That's it. Was there 5th?
5th is Atomic Habits.
Okay.
I just read 5 books like non-stop. But the main 3 I read are The Game of Life and How to Play It, Psycho-Cybernetics, and Outwitting the Devil. And
they all have a lot of crossover.
Yeah.
Tell me about Psycho-Cybernetics. Obviously, that's a book all about kind of self-image.
Yeah.
When you read that book in particular, because you've obviously formulated or curated your self-image, and you can tell by being in your presence how you're dressed, how you show up. You're very it's detailed. Everything's detailed. Probably how you move, how you talk, how you walk. But what did you pick up from reading that book? Is there anything in particular okay, I'm going to apply that to my own life and make it work?
Self-esteem, man.
Oh,
that book gave me self-esteem.
How so?
Because I think I've had a hard life, right? I've had a lot of hard times in life, right? So I've had a very difficult childhood, very difficult upbringing. I never had any love in my life, basically. Okay. So my self-esteem has been a battle for me for many years.
That's tough, yeah.
So I've had a loveless childhood, basically. So when I read that book, it allows me that tool of visualizing all the things that I did, overcame, and I'm like, wait a second, fuck, I did that quite well, man.
Yeah,
I did that quite good. It's like that book allows me to stack wins in the past, and then allow that to attach to my identity today. Because the best quote in that book is nothing succeeds like success. So when I am success, I try to put myself in a successful state from stacking all the wins in the past, and then my self-esteem, my vibration literally rises, and I have a better day. Literally, that's it. That's the main summarize of that book. But then I do all the stuff. I do the theater of the mind. I do the actual visualization. I try to bring these things into my life as best I can.
Yeah. Do you find you've obviously achieved a lot up until this point? You're 29, so you're still a young man. Is there any grand horizons that you're looking towards, that you're looking to conquer, or is there anything else in particular? It seems like you've got a lot of the pieces of the puzzle in alignment right now. Yeah.
Well, I want to have Adam Power Football Club for the kids.
Oh yeah,
it needs to start soon.
Building out the family.
Yeah. APFC. Yeah, like obviously there's personal boxes in my life that I need to tick, but I'm not in any rush for that.
Yeah, of course,
I have a faith. I have a very relaxed state of being, knowing that that's all there. The timing when it's there will come.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, again, it's that healing. It's like being okay in the silence. Do you know what I mean? It's like I need to, the breathwork stuff is really helping me the past couple of months, because this year for me is really, like, I don't want to get fucking too majorly deep, but like, I feel like this year for me is like shedding trauma, if you get me. Shedding like stuff like that. That's what I've been doing for a lot of time. Doing these, I have a breathwork coach now, David. What a fucking guy. Like, amazing guy. He's helped me so much. I do the breath work with him a lot. Do his classes. He comes to my house.
Wow.
And it's really like that. Again, the nervous system stuff is really good. So again, getting to that place of like total peace is a big goal for me. And then the personal stuff in life, like having kids, having a wife, all that, of course, that stuff. And then in regards to my professional life, my main goal now is to make the journey the destination, because I used to be really attached to the wins and losses previously, whereas I want to do something that I love to do so much, and not chase. Not because I've achieved unprofitable outcomes. Like, I've achieved financially profitable, unprofitable. Like, I didn't make profit from the cash that I made from business, right? I want to get to a place where I'm like, the journey is the destination. And it's like, if someone was like, we're going to you're not getting paid anymore. No, there's no more funds. I'm like, oh, I'm still going to do it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I want now. Because I want to be doing this like infinite purpose type of thing. And it's just always like, I think every 6 months as a man,
your purpose it will change.
Yeah,
you're evolving as a person as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a big thing. The journey and destination is an interesting one. I heard actually McConaughey, or someone said it to me about McConaughey recently, that it's like, it's neither about the journey or the destination, but the people you meet along the way, which is fucking beautiful, man. When you think of it, so it's like it really is about what you can do for other people and how you can be of service to them.
Yep.
And it's such a big thing in life. Let me see. Where are we going to go next? So we touched on Bob Proctor. Actually, your university, that gave you a lot of purpose.
That gave me a lot of purpose, yeah.
But you came across a book beforehand. Ikigai?
Ikigai, yeah.
Reason for Being. What a beautiful thing. We'll definitely throw it up on screen, the kind of crossover. Tell me, the main three kind of paradigms of it are what you can give to the world, what the world needs, and what is the last one?
What you be paid for.
What you be paid for. Beautiful. Tell me, that book had a massive impact in your own life.
Yeah. Massive.
Huge, because you're at a stage where your agency had grown so much, money was coming in. You felt almost life wasn't giving you any purpose.
No,
purpose is the world. You felt lost. Yeah,
I was lost in Dubai, living in a big, huge, beautiful apartment, man. Coming downstairs to the cafe every morning, just writing on a page, and I'm just like, whoa, what do I do here?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like,
as you said, you didn't think your purpose was just doing Google and Facebook ads.
No. I'm like, I did not come onto this world to run Google ads or Facebook ads for e-commerce or corporate companies, right? So even though I love what I do, I do genuinely love it, but like, it's that purpose, you know. And when Bob Proctor passed away, like, everyone was sharing me the things, like, oh my god, like, they say never meet your heroes, right? So like, everyone was sharing me the thing, like, and a couple people were like, you're the next fucking Bob Proctor, right? Yeah. Because he had a cleaning company for so many years. He made like millions from cleaning company. And then after like 18 years of having a cleaning company, he was like, I'm burnt out. I don't like this anymore. And then he just walked away overnight. And he became helping other people in their life. Then that made him basically Bob Proctor. So I related to his cleaning company and my, say, marketing company being a similar like story.
And how was PwrdUniversity formed then? Was it you read Ikigai first and had the idea after? Is that how it happened?
Yeah. So one of my friends was like, you need to sell a course, right? And I was like, oh, like, it's not something that I want to be doing, right? Because it's like such a cliche thing. I don't want to be associated with that world, basically. So I basically said, if I get 150 people on a list that ask, I'll do something. And whenever someone asks me a question, hey Adam, can you help me with this? Or how do you do that? How do you do this? Then I just I just saved their name, put them on notes in my phone. And I was like, fuck, we got 74. We got 92.
Wow.
We got 121, and we hit 150 people over a few months. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to do something here. So I basically created that, and I created a free WhatsApp group for everybody. I was a Discord, actually. I created Discord for everybody. I launched on a Wednesday. On a Thursday, we had 2,200 people in it.
Wow.
And I was like, holy fuck, some amount of people want this. It was completely free, by the way. So I just done like a call every Wednesday, and in the thing I was like, here's a tip, here's a tip, here's a tip. Then a lot of people were just like, can I like pay you for something, or can we do something? And then I was like, okay, I need to create something here. Done it with 5 people, tested it all. And those 5 people now are like all traveling the world and doing whatever they want to do. And then I opened up for 100 people, and that was it. When we hit 100 members, people, I closed it. It's been closed for since Halloween, actually. It's been closed. So PwrdUniversity is like completely closed since Halloween.
And essentially, what is it you're helping people do? Is it help them scale service-based businesses as well?
Yeah. We help them launch and evolve an online ecosystem that basically replaces their salary.
Okay. And what's the first step? Actually, there's an interesting thing I heard you say recently. It's like if you create your offer in such a way that it's so good, you won't even, not that you won't need to do a sales call, but the sales just takes care of itself.
Yeah.
What actually, how do you build someone up to get to that point? Because that's pretty incredible if the offer is amazing and you have this funnel of people coming in, you've got all the attention and the traffic coming, and they're basically just sold before they even hop on the call.
Yeah. So my 7 to 10 p.m. Okay, in the nighttime, when I am in a fucking pair of shorts and a t-shirt eating fucking popcorn, I'm watching stuff about that. Okay. So I just picked that up like subconsciously over the years. I was also the first ever customer in Ireland for ClickFunnels. Do you know ClickFunnels?
Yeah, ClickFunnels, yeah.
I was the first ever...
Russell Brunson,
yeah. I got a big box and everything. Being like, congratulations, you are our first Irish customer for ClickFunnels.
No way. Did you come across him through Ty Lopez?
Through Ty Lopez,
okay.
Yeah.
So what was the big thing you took away? Because that's quite interesting. Because that would have been 2000...
That was like March 2017.
Wow. Jeez, that's so early.
Yeah, bro, if you're talking about ClickFunnels, like... People saying, what's a funnel?
What's a funnel? Yeah.
I was going to like local dental practices, be like, I'm going to give you a funnel. They're like, what are you talking about, man?
That is crazy.
But now everyone has a funnel.
Yeah, you're so ahead of it. Sorry, what was the question I asked about in regards to
a good offer?
Building out a good offer, yeah.
Yeah. So when I say to people all the time, and listen, I didn't actually like wake up one day and was like, I'm going to learn how to make an offer. It's just, again, I bought the Russell Brunson thing. The majority of his famous book is Traffic Secrets. And he's the original, he coined the term funnel hack. So he basically, I learned that in 2017, but I didn't really know what I was doing. So I just see people, a lot of people just don't know what they're doing because they're selling such a commoditized thing, you know? So I'm like, okay, if we remove a commodity and really understand what we're doing here, and that's the core, my agency's. So as of this, PwrdUniversity is actually a dormant. It's actually called Core Education. We rebranded everything this month. Okay. So my agency is called Core Corporate, and a second agency as well. So my brand is actually called Core. So because I was like screaming at like 60 people on a Zoom, I was like, "What's the core? What's the core? What's the core?" And I was like, "Core. That should be the name of the fucking. That should be the thing." Because I've took on co-founders, everything. So I wanted to rebrand a lot of things. So core is the thing. I'm like, what's the core thing that you're doing? And it's like, a lot of people don't know. I always ask somebody like, Adam, I run the Google Ads and I build the funnels and I write the. I'm like, why? And I ask why 2 to 3 times, and then I get the real answer. That's your business. Plant that seed and build everything around outer layers of that. And when you do that, it's like you got to get communication methods in place, because like, again, it's like a good offer has ecosystem entry level points. Okay, because you can get a visual representation of your offer over here. You can get someone's listening to this, they can get a verbal. They can hear it verbally, right? Yeah. So there's more, and then if more clients can come to you in different ways because you have a bigger and better offer, and it's a cold friendly. You can say a bunch of words and they want to buy it. Now you have a business, and now you plant the seed of the offer, and then you build everything outside of that. That's what helped me grow really over the years. And it's like the purpose of my professional life, my business has shed every 6 months until I'm like, now I know what I'm doing. Because my agency is called we're called an orchestration company. So when I say to people, I have an orchestrator, they're like, what the fuck are you? What the fuck is that? I'm like, but when a brand owner who does 8, 9, 10 million a year in their fucking clothing business, orchestration, tell me more. Now the next layer of my offer is this. Now the next layer of my offer, and they're like, can we book a call? There you go. So whereas I said, if I came in and I just had my business positioned as a commoditized service, like we'll run your Facebook ads. I have some run Facebook ads. We'll do your creative. We'll optimize your website. We will do whatever. It's like, no, it's like we orchestrate everything. So that's my offer. That's not commoditized and that's unique. That's why I was able to do well with that because I understood that.
Yeah. And inside the university, obviously, you're probably seeing a lot of success because they're being guided by you. What is the kind of key fundamental principles that if someone was to follow that means their agency or their service-based business would go on and become successful, where they're doing, let's say, just the infamous 10K months?
Yeah.
What was the key principles they're needing to follow or looking to follow to go on and achieve that? Especially coming into 2026, people are so much coaching online nowadays. But what do they need to follow, do you believe?
So first of all, they need to follow the foundation of something, right? Because all business in general, but it's like a house, right? It has to be foundational. So especially the online business, it has to be foundational. And it comes with thinking long term. So if you're thinking short term, I'm going to get a quick client here, man. I'm going to make €1,000 a month for fucking 2 months and then they're gone, right?
Yeah.
That's not doing much for anybody. Okay? You need to be able to have an offer, have a foundation, understand the actual A to Z process of what you're doing, have your mind right, and be able to speak. Like, be able to come into the boxing ring. Because if you're speaking with it, you're literally, it's like mental warfare, right? When you're literally speaking, you're boxing. If you don't know how to jab and block and defend and deflect and move, no one's going to work with you. So you can't learn all those things until you understand what you're actually doing. So the second you learn that, and then you position your business, we call it a garden, cringy quote I know, but where like you build a garden, the butterflies come to the garden. The butterflies are your dream clients.
And when you say build a garden, what does that look like?
The garden looks like you plant the seed of your offer, okay? And then you get your offer built out, okay? You get your offer built out. You get your visual and verbal representation of your offer in your VSL on your landing page. You get written format, okay, which is like basically sales copy of what you're doing. And then you position that across. You make it constructive. So when another person who is the ICP or the ideal client of what you're looking for, they read it, they either hear, see, or read, they consume it somehow. I need that. I need book a call, closed, yeah. Become a partnership, and then work long term.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see you touch on retention is so important.
That's the only thing that helped me over the years. It's retention.
Yeah. So and how do you paint the picture long term for a client?
Understand, be ahead of the game, understand what you're doing. Okay. Always get feedback loops. Understand, like, what's our Northern Star here? Okay. And then we document the Northern Star. It goes into a reports channel on Slack every Monday and Friday. Hey, we moved this level percentage or this level step towards Northern Star. Once a month, then I physically ring the client. Hey, is Northern Star the same or did it change? Okay, you still want to do XYZ revenue this year. You still want to have these metrics. Okay, brilliant. Just check in. Have a great weekend. Now we're checking. Okay, personal relationships as well. So when I have all these things in place, the clients are like, fuck this.
This guy cares.
These guys are great. And like, we just come in with like no bullshit. Do you know what I mean? And that's kind of like what's worked for us over the years, you know?
That's fascinating, yeah, because I've heard so many success stories and know many guys that have gone through, obviously, your own university and that are coming out the other side.
They're fucking everywhere, man.
Yeah, they're
everywhere, yeah.
They're literally the back curtain as well.
They're literally everywhere. Like, when I click on Instagram now, I see a guy talking professional. I'm like, 8 months ago, he was he hated his job as a plumber. And I'm like, look at him, I'm like really proud.
Yeah.
I'm like, that gives me like a little spark in the day.
Of course it does, yeah. And how do you build up someone's communication skills? Because something you do very well, and obviously something you've had to do well, you know, interacting with clients and building out your business. It's all people. It's all people relations at the end of the day.
Yeah.
How have you worked on your communication skills?
Do you know what, man? This again, I hate to be the cringy quote. Do you know Paulo Lima?
No.
Paulo Lima. He's he does skits. He used to live in, I think he's in Dublin. He has like a thing. He's like, he basically mocks people for like having cringe quotes on.
Yeah.
But my cringe quote is like, you actually have to care. And I actually, like, listen, I actually care. Like, that's the thing. I actually care. Like, all my friends are like, why are you in that chat? Why are you in this? I'm like, bro, I want it to work, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll get a lot of joy and purpose if that actually works for him. I'm in the channel. Now, that's good and bad, because I can do 4 favors for a guy and I don't do the 5th. It's like, Adam fucking turned on me, man. That can also go bad in my favor as well.
Yeah.
But I really mean it. And that's wired into me from a state of fight or flight. From when I'm starting my agency, remember I said it has to work. That's wired into me from day one.
And that's why you want to go on and help someone else so much.
Yeah, because I like, for me, the second biggest fear of me signing the clients in 2017 is like, my second biggest fear was, first of all, my first fear was not signing the clients and this not working and having going back to the billing site.
Yeah.
My second fear was signing these 6, 7, 8, 9 clients, telling everyone I launched a business, telling everyone I'm doing this thing or whatever, and then it go to 0 and go back to the billing site and everyone's like, oh, Mr. Businessman. Now, I couldn't give a flying fuck if that happened. Like, I would get back on my feet. But I'm saying, back then, I wouldn't have been able to handle that. So my second thing on that was like, I need to make this work. I'm not having me become the business guy in Cork and everyone laughing at me. Now they're being, fuck you, mate, congrats, man, and then go back to 0. I'm not allowing that to happen either. I'm not getting a taste of freedom and then
letting it go.
Yeah. So I'm like, I need to make this work. I need the client to stay with me at least 9 months. One of my mentors inside the Ty Lopez community was like, if every client gets at least 9 months, you have an amazing business. And I believe that. That's true. And some of my clients have been with me for 4 years. Wow. Okay. Some of them for 4 years. So making it work was, for me, the
only option.
The only option, yeah.
And how do you almost make sure that the client is successful on your program or going through on your programs?
I keep... in my program, I thought...
I mean, like, just in general business as well.
In the agency, I just asked them, simple question. We do the best job possible. You're screaming my name on the top of your lungs from all your network in 3 to 6 months' time. What is that metric? What's that metric that needs to happen for that to happen? If they say, okay, now we do 100k per month in sales, if you can bring that to 200k a month. What if we bring it to 250? What would you do? And they're like, oh my God, Adam. Okay, I'm going to drop a transcript of this, just a little pin it in the chat. And if we hit 250k in sales in the next 12 months, we're locked in for life. Done. Handshake, let's go, let's work. Wow. And every morning now when I'm having my team call, guys, that business, where are we at? 110, 120, 130. It has to go to 250. It has to go to 250 because they told me that's the Northern Star. Wow. So, and then when I get to 250, I'll personally fly there. I'll do an on-site session. I'll come over. I'll spend a day. Guys, what's the next goal? Adam, like, could we get 350? Let's go 4. You now I speak to the finance team, the stock manager. I speak to you. Start thinking 4 now. That's a good offer. That's a transformation. The only thing a good offer is a transformation. They come, they get a massive transformation, they leave. That's a good offer. If you do something that's like assisting here, assisting there, a little bit of a commodity here, you solve a little problem here, that's a commoditized offer. There's a ceiling on that business and there's a lot of stress comes with that. Yeah. I've had that for 4 years. It was actually December 2021. So remember, I started my business in March 2017. December 2021 when I actually learned about like what, and I remember like, oh my God, I got it. I remember December 2021. I remember the day, I remember where I was sitting and I remember buying a program from someone else and learning this stuff. And I'm like, okay, I got to create a transformation. I'm like, and that's a good offer. Like the transformation is the offer. And I think if you create a big transformation, they're happy.
And you're going in guaranteeing a big transformation. Where does that conviction come from? Because people buy into people that can convince them that it's going to go on and happen. And like you said, this serious transformation of taking someone from 100K to 450K is absolutely huge. Where does that conviction within yourself to go in and be like, I'm going to make this happen for you?
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
It's a trauma response, man. It's a fight or flight. It's a fight or flight thing. It's probably semi unhealthy, by the way, but it's just like I'm committed. I care, man. I really care. Like that brings me a goal. It's like, again, Bob Proctor, goal seeking organisms.
Yeah.
You know, I just love that journey firstly, and I'll vet the person as well. We wouldn't just like work with anybody. You know, wouldn't really just work with anybody. So, we wouldn't really work with anybody. So we would vet them, be like, okay, what if we do this? Are you going to provide the stock, the marketing assets? You're going to fix the website? I was like, it's almost like it's a partnership. And then that's what we love. We love that. I love that. I love us doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
And is there any big goals coming into 2026 now? Are you looking to do anything in particular, or like personally and professionally as well?
Yeah, for sure. Just this morning, I sent a version 2 contract back to buy an AI sales software.
AI sales software?
AI sales software, yeah. Basically, appointment setting, scraping, AI agents for LinkedIn, SMS, but it's a custom AI sales team. So you basically speak to the sales manager, that's AI. You tell them, hey, change my LinkedIn, be more friendly on LinkedIn. That sales manager, AI, speaks to an AI specifically trained AI agent on LinkedIn and tells them to do something. So the founder or the marketing person or whoever, they just speak to one. You literally have a sales team that's all AI.
And the sales calls AI? No.
No, my goal next year will be to add voice, but now it's just all appointment setting.
Is that the way you think it's going to go? That people are going to hop on to these calls and it'll be AI?
Yeah, that's already happening. Yeah, for sure. A lot of that's already there, but it's just not great yet.
No.
So I think that's an exciting thing for me to put into my ecosystem. And I don't know if you're aware, I sold my agency. I had a partial exit in my agency in August last year. After we launched the university, I got offered a full price, but like it didn't work out. Great. It was a really good friend of mine, actually.
Yeah.
We offered the agreement, verbally agreed. When we got down to it, it was like the payout was a lot. It was like, I couldn't actually sell it because I need the team to fulfill the university side as well, because a lot of the team were hybrid across both.
Yeah.
So I actually I ended up having like what's called an asset sale. I sold a lot of the assets, which is contracts, teams, or CRM, or like everything that we had internally. So I ended up selling that. Actually, 2 different agencies bought all the assets from us, bought some of the assets from us. And then from there, we've been doing a consulting system, basically for a lot of corporate companies. We kept some legacy clients as well, but now the team that we have there we're going to open up slots for 20 clients as well. But we're also, again, not a buzzword that's been thrown as private equity, right? I'm learning about this stuff. I'm not an expert. And a lot of my friends have big, like, you could call it private equity if they're, again, privately acquiring equity of other businesses, right? So I'm investing a lot now. I'm trying to invest in different things. And
you think more long term?
Yeah. I've made terrible investments in the past, but now I'm like investing in things I know a little bit more.
Investments are definitely interesting, and you can invest in many different ways. Touching on investing energy, I'm sure obviously a man like yourself attracts many women into his life. How do you discern picking out women when you become a successful man in regards to qualities and values? Anything you look for in particular in a woman when you're seeking maybe an intimate partnership?
Yeah. Well, first of all, it's, again, we spoke about like religious faith, right? That's a big one. Like if that person is not going to do you wrong, If that's centered
if they
in
have
their
that faith.
relationship. Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's
It's very hard to be with someone that, like, if you have faith, you can't be with someone that doesn't have faith. Just wouldn't work at all.
Yeah.
Your values are completely misaligned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've absorbed as many girls out there that was like, Adam was great, but he's like this Jesus freak type of guy. but yeah, I mean, like, listen, it's an energetic match, right? Like previously, I've attracted different girls over the years. So I think, and that's obviously you attract, right? So I'm like, why am I attracting a girl? Why do I attract that 2 or 3 similar like style relationships into my life? And then I audit myself, right? So I think if I'm chaotic, I'll attract a chaotic partner, right? And that's not that's not what you want either. That's happened to me over the past as well.
Yeah.
So I like, right now, if I can answer that question as best I possibly can, it would be down to simplicity.
Okay.
Because if I am having to perform to keep her happy, I'm a fucking circus clown now. If she's like, you know, if I said, why don't, like, let's meet here. Where are we going? I'm like, it doesn't matter. Let's just go here and let's have fun and let's have, like, it doesn't need, if they're only coming because it's like a prestigious restaurant or something, which is the Dubai lifestyle, by the way. I lived there for a while. That's not for me, okay? I like, if we can both be present, man. If we can both be present in the moment and enjoy each other's company, that's a massive thing for me. And if we can converse and speak and sit comfortably in silence and understand that, you know what, we are aligned on our vision. Now we can progress it, okay? Like that girl I was telling you about, we played tennis for 2 hours last night and then just went for a walk. There's nothing fancy to that. Like, that's more enjoyable for me. Previously, it was like, oh, we're going to have this. We're going to go to Ibiza. We're going to go to Mykonos next week, and it's like, no, that's not for me anymore. It's like I just like peace. I don't want to have to perform, man. I don't want to have to be performing. I'm present in the moment, and if that's not a fit, perfect.
Yeah. That's but obviously you need peace because your business, everything else would be just chaos. Not that it is chaos, just busy. Yeah,
and it's just like I don't want the number one, like, first of all, like, that's transactional, right? If there's a transactional system there, I would never have a friend, relationship, business partner, anything that's transactional.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I suppose number 2 is like, if you have to perform now, you're going to have to always perform. It's like if you can't enjoy each other's company, that's actually a trauma bond, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Which I've had many of those too. It's like, you know, if you're, I feel that if you're like both chaotic coming together, you only attract people who are on the same psychological level as you anyway. Yeah. Especially in a partner. So it's your job to become that best version, present version of yourself, and then your partner will come.
And do they have to be ambitious as well? Is that something you look for in a partner?
No. I used to think like, oh, like this Jay-Z and Beyonce power couple, surname's Power, like power couple. Yeah. But no, not at all. I mean, like, I don't think there's, if she is great, if she's not also great, like, you know, I don't think that there's any criteria.
Yeah, of course, that fits it.
Yeah. Previously I did though. I did.
And would there be any feminine qualities you look out for in particular? Like, that's what I want in a woman, or that's what I look for?
Peace, man.
Huge.
Peace. Obviously, beauty. If I like their habits, man. Like,
what habits interest you?
Like, if they like a walk on the beach, man. Yeah. Like, do you just want to go for a walk on the beach? Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Simple things, man. And then you want to go on trips and go together and have nice dinners and do all that stuff as well. But like that has to be secondary to enjoying each other's company first.
Company comes first, man. Yeah. Like you said, sitting in silence that's the ultimate thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Peaceful.
And like, if we're not aligned now, I'll just be like, you're such an amazing person. It's been a pleasure. But I don't want to be 18 months down the road and having to figure out, like, okay, one of us is going to get hurt here.
Yeah.
I would rather be like, we're not aligned. I wish you all the best. If you ever need anything, call me. Like, an ex-girlfriend of mine, her mother got sick only 2 weeks ago. She rang me, can we just have a chat? Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah. I mean, like, so it's like, I would never want any bad blood. Yeah.
And how do you get into alignment in life? That's a very kind of like spiritual thing as well. How, like alignment with people or alignment with, because I feel like the PwrdUniversity thing is you in alignment.
Yeah.
How do you tap into that? How do you come across it?
How do I come into alignment in life? I think intuition would be a big one.
I was just going to bring up the game of life, how to play, but go on, tell me your insight.
Yeah. I think intuition will be a good answer for that. If I meet someone, I feel off. When I walked into this room here a minute ago, I was like, I can feel it, man. This room is really good. I think there's good energy in this room, right? Yeah. I hope people don't think I'm fucking nuts, man, when they're listening to this. But intuition, yeah. If I sit next to someone and I feel like, I'm like, oh no, I'd be like, no, that's not for me.
Just pick up on it straight away.
Yeah, pick up on it quite quickly. Yeah,
powerful.
I would pick up on it. Yeah, and I just would be like, fuck, great person, but I just don't feel that this is.
And has that ever been a case doing business with someone you felt like that misalignment or that intuition was kind of flaring up? You're like, I can't proceed here.
Yeah. In the past, I would have ignored it.
No way. And then would it become evidently clear why you didn't proceed forward at a later stage?
Yeah. But then pattern recognition in the mind is like, I've seen that before. Don't do that. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. I think a lot of it is accountability, man. I think a lot of people, again, pattern recognition is a big thing that I like to like become aware of in my mind. Yeah, it's like a lot of people I think can take like 80% accountability and responsibility. It's the last 20% I think people really struggle with. Probably me too, right? But if I think that if someone can't take that last percentage of accountability, then it's really hard. It's really hard. It's like, Adam, I know I had to fulfill my side of the partnership. I didn't do it, but here's why. And it's like, there's justification in there, but it still could have been done. Like, it still could be not. And then they start to blame. And I was like, no. I always say to people, I would rather be broke than dishonest. Okay? I'd rather be broke dishonest. So I'll have to say something here. And I'm like, look, listen, man, no, I totally get what you mean. We can work around that, but I need this. There's no stock on your website. You never approved my team's email campaigns or whatever. Like, there was no one around Friday last week to like whatever, it could be anything. And they're like, I wasn't around Friday because of this happened. I'm like, I totally get that. The last 20% of accountability is that's the breath work, man. You got to go inside to become aware of that.
Yes.
So if you can't go inside, you're externally blaming, and it's so hard to work with that.
And you lose your integrity as well.
Yeah.
And that's just such a big thing.
It's so hard to work with that, man. It's so hard to work with that.
Power of the word as well. I'm going to finish this up, Adam, I'm going to run through part, because the only reason why I came across this book is because members of PwrdUniversity were raving about it. And they obviously got it from you. But I'm going to break down chapter by chapter. I just want your own kind of 2 cents, your insight in it. So I'll read out just a small, brief passage. But anyway, chapter 3 is about the power of the word. And it all starts with the world. Anyway, this passage is, mystical marriage is the marriage of the soul and the spirit, or the subconscious and the superconscious mind. They must be one. When the subconscious is flooded with perfect ideas of the superconscious, God and man are one. I and the Father are one. That is, he is the one with the realm of perfect ideas. He is the man made in God's likeness and image, which is the imagination, and is the power and dominion over all things, his mind, body, and affairs. What does that mean to you in regards to the power of the words, the way that's broken down? Yeah. Because it's very deep. I hadn't came across the superconscious, which is what God is. Is that what it's referring to in the book? Yeah. So basically, to summarize this in the most simple terms for someone to understand is there's the Trinity of God, and that's what a lot of the other parts of the world is like. How can God be two things, and how can Jesus say this and he's not God? There's a Trinity of God. Okay, it's the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Okay, the Father is the soul, aka the superconscious. Okay, that's the superconscious God. God is full stop, ever present and omnipotent at all places at all time. That's it. God is full stop. There's nothing else. Yeah. Number 2, the Son. That's the physical body. That's us. That's our physical body. So now we're created in God's image. We're not God. We're part of God. Yes. $1 trillion of propaganda has gone in to make you think you're God as well, by the way. So we are part of God. Okay. So we're part of the Trinity. So there's the superconscious, aka God, the Father, the physical body, Jesus, the Trinity, then the Spirit. The Spirit is your spirit. Your spirit is in your body.
and your spirit is connected to the emotional realm. If you close your eyes right now and I say, think of your fridge, you're going to think that's your spirit seeing your eyes don't see your fridge. This is your spirit seeing your fridge.
Your spirit's connected with your imagination. Is it?
Your spirit's connected with the spiritual.
The spiritual
realm.
Okay.
So we're in the physical realm. Our eyes can only see the physical realm, right? So our spirit then is the Holy Spirit. So it's the three things. The power of the Word is the superconscious God. The conscious mind is Jesus the Son, and then the Holy Spirit is basically your spirit. So God is the Trinity.
Yeah.
We are created by the Trinity, meaning we are the Trinity. Our physical body is as a creation of Jesus. Yeah. He had the same body, same mind, same legs, arms, body. Then we have the superconscious or the soul. That's us in being. And then we have our spirit. The spirit is in the other realm outside the physical, which means we can tap into the spiritual anytime we want. Yeah. We can close your eyes. If I say close your eyes and see a fucking blue elephant, I can see a blue elephant right now, but there's no blue elephant in the room right now, is there?
No.
So my spirit is seeing that through my imagination in the spiritual realm. And I can actually close my eyes. I can feel something. If I close my eyes and picture me swimming away from a scary shark in the fucking water, you can feel.
Or closing a big deal.
Yeah. So you can feel that. So that's the power of the Word.
Neville Goddard touched on that. He said, feeling is the secret.
Yeah.
It's so powerful, man.
Yeah.
Your imagination and just these emotions you can literally infuse in your system by nothing in this reality, but obviously just in your mind alone. It's fascinating. Another quote from that one, it says, love one another, and in the game of life, love or goodwill takes every trick, which is brilliant. And then I came across just the power of the word abracadabra, which has probably been thrown around for many years, but I was like, what's the definition of that? It says, I create as I speak. It's the power of your words. And that's the words that are inside your mind as well. This one I actually heard you touch on recently, which is fucking brilliant. Chapter 5, the law of karma and the law of forgiveness. So this is the law of karma, which is Sanskrit for come back. I didn't actually know that's what the definition was for come back. So whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he reap. So faith ties into faith here, but it says in this chapter, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For faith holds the vision steady, and the adverse picture are dissolved and dissipated. And in due season we shall reap if we faith not. Jesus Christ brought the good news, the gospel, that there was a higher law than the law of karma, which is the law that transcends the law of karma, and it's got to do with the law of grace and forgiveness. And that is the essence of that. But the law of karma, I've heard you touch on karma before. Yeah. Obviously, you believe it's real. How has it played out in your own life by giving out kind of good energy and getting it back?
Yeah. So when I say this year has been like a lot of healing for me, I'm neutralizing karma. That's what I'm doing. I'm praying to neutralize karma.
And is it the forgiveness part?
No, neutralizing karma is like when I was a bad guy in school, when I stole books off people for reading, when I was done bad things in my life. Yeah. That's me neutralizing karma. So I have to feel that out of me.
Oh, okay.
I literally have to neutralize karma. You have to pray, please neutralize. That's a prayer for neutralizing your karma. So if you lie to someone, you will be lied to. Whether it's and karma's not in our time. We don't know. It has to happen. Yeah. Or else you can pray, you can, from a wholeheartedly perspective, forgive and then neutralize. Okay.
I've never heard that term before.
Yeah, you can neutralize karma. But if you do it from an intentional, that's actually a castaway sin, really. If you're like, I'm going to hurt this guy, then pray later. If you're consciously aware, that's not ideal. But yeah, so karma is super. It's a super real thing. I've experienced it. It's always the case. I see it happen with people. When someone tries to attack me, I let karma deal with that. Like I don't. I'm just like, bless your enemy and you rob all his ammunition. So I let karma looks after that. So I think karma is real. I live life by karma. Okay, that's why I said the relationship side of things there. Like I would never do my partner harm, because I know it has to happen to come back to me. It has to happen.
Treat all others as you'd want to be treated.
Yeah.
The second commandment is love thy neighbour as thyself. You are not separate to anyone else. We are all on the same page.
We're all part of God.
All part of God. Just because we have different physical bodies doesn't mean we don't operate from the same realm, because we do.
Yeah.
That's the power. I fucking love that, man. Right, chapter 8. We'll probably finish in this one because we're getting tight in time here. Actually, I needed to say the next one after you, but I'll say this one first.
Mind if I just run to the toilet?
Go for man.
There's
dinner's in like 10 minutes. Okay, well, yeah. Make a move.
There's about 3 litres of water gone in there.
Right, we're nearly there. Keep it going in the back, lads, yeah? Right. We'll finish on these two. Chapter 8. You touched on this already, but intuition or guidance. So intuition is a spiritual faculty and does not explain but simply points the way. So the answer will come through intuition or hunch. It's a chance remark from someone or a passage in a book, etc., etc. The answers are sometimes quite startling in their exactness. We kind of touched on it already, but intuition, it has already played out many times in your own life. Do you feel it? How does it come in? Like, how do you know? I often think like intuition is like God's calling. He's like he's whispering to you. It's like a silent whisper, and he's trying to guide you on your path. But how do you hear it more so? Because you've got to be open to it. Yeah,
I could never hear my intuition all last year, or the first start of this year when my nervous system was overloaded. So like my nervous system was just overloaded for a period. Like I was just cramming too much into life basically.
Yeah. Were you too stimulated?
Yeah. Okay. Too stimulated, I think, and it happened. I believe it. I totally believe that's why I read Outwitting the Devil. It was an attack. I really believe that.
That book is fascinating because it talks about other entities.
Yeah.
Like the devil itself.
Yeah.
Which exist.
The yin and the yang, man. There's good and bad. Yeah.
And how you just quieted? How did you get rid of them entities?
Yeah. So I just literally got up out of bed at 5 a.m. and I looked at a blank wall for 2 hours. And I just let my mind process everything. And I was so quiet. And then I went back to bed. Like I'm not saying I got up at a 4 a.m. type of thing. Yeah. I was overstimulated for a period of time. I had migraines. My life I couldn't figure out my living situation. Okay, so I was like, do I hear there? What am I doing here? So again, just those periods of life where I just lose direction and lose, again, purpose, probably stripped away a layer of purpose. And I just basically woke up super early in the morning, and I just sat there quietly, and I just let my mind process everything, and then I started to feel better. It's like a destimulation thing. And now I do a walk 2 times a day. I do just a total silent walk.
Brilliant.
That's why I moved to London. I love London. I love the peace and quiet and the normal life of London, and the circadian rhythm times. Of going to bed early, sleep routine, and then breath work. Breath work has been so fucking powerful. I did this time last year. I didn't even know what breath work was.
You just came across this year?
Yeah, my friend in Dubai, Arsalan. If Arsalan's listening, thank you. He was like on about breath work for so long, and I was like, what do you mean breath work? And then he just texted me a number of this like 65-year-old Australian woman in Dubai on the Palm, big house, and he was like, text her, go to her house, pay her $300, and I went there, and for like 5 hours, but maybe 4 hours, I just sat in a dark room going through breath work, do like an hour break, and
wow.
I was like, whoa, it's crazy.
That's intense.
Oh man, intense. Like I had, again, it's like I had my face was vibrating for days, for like 2 days after. It felt like there was like
and what is that?
It's trauma leaving the body.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Man, this is crazy you're saying this. So I've never meditated for 3 hours. But I done a 15-minute session this morning, and I have sometimes these twitches that go off my face, and like my body sometimes just starts moving itself.
Yeah,
that's trauma, is it?
That's trauma leaving the body. Yeah, wow. Trauma stored in the body.
Yeah.
Again, listen, I am not a fucking healing trauma
guru.
What's the cold guy?
Wim Hof.
Wim Hof. I'm not that guy. Like I'm just saying this. It's
worked for you.
This just works for me, man.
Yeah.
This works for me. And again, I'm that guy. I necessarily need to neutralize my karma. 2 years ago, if you came to me being like trauma, I was like, shut up. One of my ex-girlfriends, it didn't work out because she is into that stuff. She's a severe level meditation. She has like a mindfulness group. She's amazing. And she was like, Adam, you have trauma. You have to work on something.
Oh my God.
And I didn't believe her. And And we parted ways after. We were together for like 18 months maybe.
Wow.
And
do you feel like people are, if they're unconscious to it, that their lives can be ruled by their trauma?
Yeah, there's no question about it. My life has been that for many years.
I think so many people, I think this is a global thing that I'd love for all of us to become more aware of. It's like people are suffering, I would say, with the trauma. It's holding back their lives, or it's actually ruling their lives completely unconsciously. And like,
man, for sure.
Guaranteed.
You only operate off your wounds.
And the thing is, like, it might not have happened in this generation, but it could literally be in your genetics, and it's also ruin your life, or it could literally be just in the present life that you're living now. But it's like, I think that's huge, man. I admire you being so open to talk about it, because I'd say it takes a lot of courage to obviously work through what you've gone through.
Yeah, and I'm just out there because I know it would fucking help somebody.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I know there's a million different me's at 16, 20, whatever. I know there's million. In fact, the university is that.
Yeah.
It's deep. Like, people are messaging me like, Adam, like, fuck it, like, I don't even know how to express here. Like, just I'm like, you don't gotta say anything, man. Just thank you, and that's it. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful, man.
So
that's fucking beautiful.
So yeah, that's such, like, people will continuously go through the same thing, back to back, if they don't work. You've
got to deal. You've got to work through it.
You got to face it. You got to face the demon.
That's what it is. Yeah,
you got to face it. It's latched onto into your spirit. You have to face it. You got to get it out. You got to breathe, oxygenate your body, and then go inwards and be like, no, I'm more powerful than you.
Yeah.
And then when you're in your body, you feel it. Okay, you feel it. You're there and you're present, and you're used to the safety in your body. You're like, this is, again, like, if I even heard myself.
No, I understand what you're saying.
I'd be like, what's this fucking guy on about?
Yeah.
So I'll take the bullets here. I'll take the bullets for someone else.
You're saving a lot of people in the process.
I'll take the bullets, man, because it's fine with me. But someone who's listening to this, if something's not right in your life, you can fix it. That's the message.
Man, I'd love to keep this going, but I have to finish in this one, or Mr. Shields back there will kill me, because we're running late. But anyway, chapter 9. You touch on this, I've seen in other interviews and podcasts as well, but it talks about the perfect self-expression, or the divine design.
Yeah.
I'll read both parts. It's a bit lengthy, but then we'll finish on this. Anyway, there is for each man perfect self-expression. There is a place where he is to fill and no one else can fill. Something which he is to do, which no one else can do. It is his destiny. This achievement is held a perfect idea in the divine mind, awaiting man's recognition. And this is the last bit now. As the imagining faculty is the creative faculty, it is necessary for man to see the idea before it can manifest. So man's highest demand is for the divine design of his life. He may not have the faintest concept of what it is, for there is possibly some marvelous talent hidden deep within him. His demand should be, infinite spirit, open the way for divine design of my life to manifest. Let the genius with me now be released. Let me see clearly the perfect plan. The perfect plan includes health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression. This is the square of life, which brings perfect happiness. When one has made this demand, he may find great changes taking place in his life, for nearly every man has wandered far from the divine design. Mr. Perry, what's that mean to you?
It means that a lot of people that I personally, this is personal experience, this is data.
Yeah.
One part of their life is phenomenal, but their whole life is now leaning in the direction on a house of cards. Because like I said to people, like, would you rather $20 million and be so overweight you can't do anything, or would you rather like $100,000 and be in a phenomenal shape? It's like, what's that balance, right? It's like, and a lot of, I have these debates in Dubai, like, I'm a fucking menace on this stuff, like, cause and a lot of people who have, like, they've messaged me 6 months later, be like, Adam, what? Remember we had that debate back then? You're right, man. I get it, because I'm not thinking of, it's a lot of it's the money thing, right? It's like, my business is going to grow 10% this year. I'm going to make another XYZ amount of money, right? A lot of people are building that and forgetting about the rest of the square of life. And then I just pattern recognition in the mind. I see in the future, okay, this person said this when he was 28 years old. Now he's 35 years old, 34, 37, whatever. And the square is off. The square is off because he doesn't have the other things in place. Like, you don't want to have you don't have a lot of money and have a loveless
life. Yeah.
It's like, so the square of life is how I like to optimize my thing. And it's like, for me, again, there's this big networking thing, right? When someone's like, do you want to come meet this guy? He's worth 20 million. No, definitely not. Because if you're attaching that to his identity, it means the other three pillars of the square are off. What it's Let's meet this guy. He's got a beautiful home, beautiful wife, amazing kids. He lives his purpose, and he done really well financially too. Where is he?
Yeah.
Bring him down to the table, man. Quick. Does he have a course?
Yeah.
Does he does he have a book? What? It's like this. If your square of life is off, your life becomes like the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Yeah, it's a good way of looking at it, man.
It's the same way. Whereas if you get that foundation right, you can come like Eiffel Tower or whatever. So and the
satisfaction of life is way higher when you've got, like you said, you're all your way set up.
Yeah.
Instead of leaning too much in one sense and not towards another.
And listen, I'd like to end on this. Is like, it's like that thing. A couple of years ago, I was like, fuck, my goal was like 10, 20 million. I'm going to make 10 million, man. I'm going to make 20 million. And it's like I was just sacrificing what we said when I was out of shape in 2021 or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just making 10 million. That's all that mattered to me. And I experienced the square. And I was like,
you've lived it.
Now I know people who have way more than 10 million. And I'm like, I don't desire it. Like, what's that trade-off for me? Their apartment has another bedroom. Like, they have another car. It's like, I'm going to sacrifice all these years for another. It just doesn't make sense to me, right?
Yeah.
And I know other people might disagree, but that's just my square.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I like to build a square, and that's what I'm building now. Really hard. I work really hard in the business, have love in your life, cut off bad friends.
Yeah.
Okay, heal relationships. That's the biggest thing for me. I'm actually a bit of a hypocrite. I'm trying to forgive a lot of relationships in my life. I'm trying to forgive people, and it's hard. It's really hard to forgive people. Health, wealth, love, self-expression.
Self-expression's huge, man.
Huge, man. Yeah. What do you love to do? Like, what's inside you that needs to come out?
Because that is that divine seed that's been planted in you, and God just claps his hands when he sees he's expressed himself the way I want to. That's God coming through you.
But that's my auntie. She said, Adam, you know life in your body. Then I expressed potential that was inside. Life came into my body,
and you light up.
I look at photos, man. I always post the funny photos of me with all like the cans of beer and I'm off like this. It's like, if you just saw me, I had no life in me, man. There's no life in my body. I was just existing.
Yeah, and you can always see it in the eyes. They say the eyes are the gateway to the soul.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at my old photos, and I'm like, I'm just not alive, man.
Yeah.
It's like, now I'm like, the self-expression came that brought that brought the spirit back to be expressed. And like, listen, what's the opposite of expression?
Depression.
Suppression or depression. So like, if you're like suppressing, and that's all I was doing. I was literally suppressing my spirit for all those years, and I was coming to a depressed state. But I just knew that there was more to it.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, man, and you're down, you're sad, life is serving you, I know the feeling.
Yeah.
And your job is to find expression. Your job is to build a square of life and find the expression and bring that expression to life, man.
Bring it to the world.
It's suppressed now.
Yeah.
Your spirit is starving to be expressed. Your spirit is looking for oxygen to express into the world.
Yeah.
And you're suppressing it. Every day it's getting harder. That's what suppression is, literally another word for depression.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing, man. You've done a great job of expressing yourself here today. It's been an absolute pleasure. This has been amazing.
Thank you.
I wish we had more time, and I'm sure we will at maybe a later stage. But Mr. Adam Power, thank you so much for your presence, man.
Thank you so much for inviting me here. It's been a pleasure. I was looking forward to it all week, and I love what you got going on here, man.
Thank you. Appreciate
your message that you're bringing to Ireland is phenomenal, man. I'm watching it a lot recently. Alex mentions it great. I saw great work happening here. So like, everyone needs to subscribe, share, do whatever they need to do, because listen, I can tell you care.
Yeah.
Okay. That's for me. For me, if you care, you will go above and beyond. You're not looking for in and out fast something. You care.
Yeah.
If someone cares, you have my respect. If you care about what you're doing, and like, this is costing you money and time and whatever, like, you care, man. And that's, for me, is massively important. So
brother, thank you. Appreciate it. We've got a steak dinner to go have, so onwards and upwards. Thank you very much, everyone. Boom.